Jude Bellingham is playing out of his mind right now for Real Madrid, and it's putting the club on his back despite him only being 20 years old. There were a ton of question marks about Bellingham signing to the Spanish club, and whether or not he moved to that big of a club too soon. However, he has silenced those critics in just the first few games of the season, and is now looking like the best transfer this past summer window. So therefore, it's only right that we talk about Jude Bellingham's season so far. Very early on in the summer, on June 14th, Real Madrid quickly made the move to sign Jude Bellingham on a 6-year contract for a transfer fee of 103 million euros, which could increase to around 134 million euros due to add-ons. At the day of his signing, Jude Bellingham unveiled his jersey number, which was the number 5, taking after football legend Zinedine Zidane, and Bellingham said that him taking Zidane's number is paying homage to one of his footballing idols. Not only that, Bellingham himself stated that in his mind, him moving to Real Madrid now, despite still being very young, made the perfect sense to him. Now that's when the Bellingham and Real Madrid critics stepped in. A lot of Bellingham admirers thought that this move was a little too soon for him, and that he should have taken his next big step to the Premier League, and maybe even joined someone like Liverpool, who were long-term admirers of Bellingham. That's not it though, because Real Madrid fans also had some question marks over their club signing as well. It was nothing against Jude Bellingham, but he was the big summer signing of the window, with Real Madrid only adding the likes of Arda Güler, Kepa on loan, Brahim Diaz back from AC Milan, and 33-year-old Joselu as a striker. It's not Bellingham's talent that was questioned though. It was the fact that Real Madrid's marquee signing of the window was in a position that was already seriously stacked. Madrid fans aren't wrong either, because their midfield depth is insane, with them having top talents that will carry Real Madrid's midfield for many years to come, with the likes of Camavinga, Federico Valverde, and Tchouaméni, but also having veteran experience to help out, like Luka Modric and Toni Kroos. Therefore, with the midfield already kind of being sorted, Madrid fans hope that Florentino Perez would splash big on a striker, someone like Kylian Mbappe for example, since the recent Ballon d'Or winner and Real Madrid legend Karim Benzema left to join Al Ittihad over in Saudi Arabia. Even though Benzema's 22-23 season wasn't that impressive to his standards, he still played a big part during the past campaign, with him bagging 31 goals in all competitions. Regardless though, Madrid fans wanted to see a new superstar up front to play in between Vinicius and Rodrigo, but all they got was a 33-year-old Joselu, someone way past his prime. He's not exactly a usual Real Madrid signing either, he's just pretty much a band-aid, someone to help out for the time being but not a permanent solution. So with the transfer window ending and Bellingham being the only real serious signing quote unquote, it felt like it wasn't looking good for Real Madrid. However, we all thought wrong, because Carlo Ancelotti and Real Madrid had a plan for Jude Bellingham and wanted to make him a very important goal threat for the Spanish Giants. Now I know this sounds insane, especially if you told me a couple of months ago that Bellingham was going to be Real Madrid's biggest goal threat this season. But it's true, Real Madrid's tactics have Bellingham, a midfielder who usually plays the 6 or the 8, as one of their most reliable goal scorers. Now throughout Bellingham's short career, he indeed has been playing more of a 6 or an 8 during his time with Birmingham City and Borussia Dortmund. These midfield positions aren't really supposed to be for a consistent goal scorer like Bellingham is right now, but if you did watch Bellingham, as specifically Borussia Dortmund, you can tell that he has all the talent and abilities to play pretty much anywhere in the midfield, including the 10, something he hasn't really done for the past few seasons. However, Birmingham City coaches knew all along that Bellingham could play in the advanced midfield position, which is why he's worn the number 22 kit in the past, since his past youth coaches knew he could play the 4, another defensive midfielder number, the 8, and also the 10, and 4 plus 8 plus 10 equals 22, which was Bellingham's number for the longest time. Therefore, since a young age, Bellingham's always had the talent to play more of an attacking midfield position, but he just wasn't given the responsibility to at Borussia Dortmund. So nobody has viewed Bellingham as an attacking midfielder for a very long time, except of course Carlo Ancelotti, because Bellingham's goals from Borussia Dortmund were mainly him getting into great attacking positions and using his incredible shot power to get the ball in the back of the net. It's just that he wasn't consistently been given the opportunity to go and do that, since his role was more about receiving the ball in Dortmund's own half and then pushing forward to find another attacking player to give the ball to. However, with Real Madrid, Bellingham's role had to be different. There was no choice, due to the fact that Real Madrid's best talisman, Karim Benzema, in the past few years left to Al Ittihad, which means that Real Madrid needed another goal threat to help Vinicius and Rodrigo, because if one of them goes out of form or gets injured, like Vinicius did in the beginning of this season, Real Madrid would be screwed. Ancelotti knew this, but he also knew that he couldn't play in his normal style that he's played with Real Madrid for the past few years, something similar to Liverpool where they have attacking fullbacks and cross towards in the middle. With Benzema gone, there's nothing going on in the box for Madrid. There's nobody to cross to, and with defensive-minded fullbacks like Carvajal for example, they couldn't play that style anymore. Therefore, somebody in the midfield needed to be a goal threat, and that's where Jude Bellingham comes in, with him playing at the front of the diamond shape in the midfield, essentially playing as a goal-threatening number 10. Ancelotti purposely turned Bellingham, a 20-year-old midfielder, into Real Madrid's necessary goal scorer, and we can see this so far this season. But before we get on with that though, please remember to subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it and it means a lot, so thank you. And also, if you guys can, follow my Twitter and Instagram, both at Nabuto, if you just want to hear my thoughts on football games, transfers, and overall just to get to know me more. So if you want to, feel free to hit me up with that follow. Thank you. Anyways, literally in the first game of the La Liga campaign against Athletic Bilbao, Bellingham on his debut scored a cracking volley from the corner in the 36th minute to get his first goal for Real Madrid. Then 1 week later against Almeria, this guy Bellingham continued to show his attacking prowess by scoring a brilliant brace and even providing an assist to Vinicius Jr. in his second game. Moving on to the third game, Bellingham carried on his goal scoring form, with him Bellingham heading in a late winner in the 81st minute against Celta Vigo to help Los Blancos continue their perfect league start with a 1-0 win away from home. With Bellingham bagging 4 goals and 1 assist in his first 3 league matches, he was rightfully named the La Liga Player of the Month in August, becoming the first Englishman to ever win this award in La Liga. That's crazy if you really deep this. In Bellingham's first month and playing in a new environment in Spain, he's already been nominated as the best player. Nah, that's unreal. That's not it though, because Bellingham's great form only continued in September, because at his first match at the Santiago Bernabeu, after their massive renovations, Bellingham pounced on the loose ball and scored a 95th minute winner against Getafe, lighting up the stadium. With this goal, Bellingham even became the 3rd player after Cristiano Ronaldo and Pipillo to score in each of his first 4 competitive appearances for the club. That pedigree where Bellingham is at right now is insane. Before continuing with Real Madrid's season though, he was called up to England, obviously, for the international break, and even showed his attacking abilities over there, with him scoring 1 goal and assisting 1 against Scotland. Maybe Gareth Southgate is taking a page out of Ancelotti's books, considering that Southgate isn't really one of the best managers, let's be real. Anyways, back from international duty, Real Madrid had a comeback win against Real Sociedad, but for the first time, Bellingham didn't get any goal contributions, despite playing a decent match. But hey, at least it shows that the guy is human. But Bellingham carrying Real Madrid does not stop here, because in the first Champions League match of the campaign against Union Berlin, it was looking like a 0-0 draw all the way up until the 90+4th minute, with Jude Bellingham yet again being at the right place at the right time, scoring another stoppage time winner for Real Madrid, giving Madrid their first win of the Champions League campaign. With this goal as well, Bellingham became only the 4th player to score on both his La Liga and Champions League debuts for Real Madrid, only after the likes of Isco, Marco Asensio, and of course Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's still only the beginning of the season, with many more matches to go, but with Bellingham having 6 goals and 1 assist in his first 6 games, it seems like Bellingham is going to have his best season so far in his short career. And this isn't luck though, like many football fans think, because as I said, Carlo Ancelotti purposely has Jude Bellingham as one of their biggest goal threats, with him playing more as a second striker than as a midfielder, which is why Bellingham is getting on the score sheets pretty frequently. And with Real Madrid looking like they're going to do well, it's only going to be up from here for Bellingham. And who knows, maybe if he can stay injury free and keep up this form, we could have a Ballon d'Or season on the way. Yeah, I said it. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please remember to subscribe, I would really appreciate it. Also follow my Twitter and my Instagram, the links are in my YouTube description. Last but not least, if you want to learn more about Jude Bellingham's backstory and how he got up to this point, you definitely want to check out this video right here, you won't regret it.